boy, Kaiser. Go play. Yes, good boy, Kaiser. Yes, good girl, Nora. Good boy, Kaiser. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, go play. Yes, good boy, Kaiser. Here. Good boy, Kai. Good boy. Go play. Go play. Nora, here. Good girl. Yes. Good boy, Kaiser. Yay, good boy. Go play. So usually I like to start with something kind of stress-free, so just kind of letting them play for a little bit and just calling them over once in a while, like re-engaging, again, that sort of thing, like going from a high distraction to low distraction. And being with Nora here actually helps a ton because she's very good at this, so she's a good teacher. So that's basically what we did to start with, and that's what this whole thing is just go from playing to recall and sit and like minor distractions, that sort of thing.
Oh, get her, Kaiser. Oh, get her.
So in this clip here, you can kind of see an interaction where I kind of needed to intervene. Kaiser was getting a little bit too riled up in the play, so he just needed a timeout, which is, you know, very normal for puppies. So I thought I would keep it in here just to kind of show you what it looks like and how you can kind of calm the situation down. So I just, you know, separated them, asked Nora to sit, and held Kaiser's collar for a second and rewarded him being calm, and then released when he was calm and let them play again. He got a little riled up again, but I was able to re-engage pretty easily, and I was able to re-engage with him pretty easily, and that time I didn't need to hold his collar the second time around. So I thought it was good to see. It's an interesting interaction.
That's it. Good. Yeah. Good boy, Kaiser. Yeah, good shake off there. Good. Yes. Okay, go play. Go play. Go on, go play.
Okay, I thought this interaction was really neat too. Really good example of dog body language. Kaiser really wants the stick that Nora is chewing on, but Nora won't give it to him, and so he's waiting patiently, and then he actually recalls away from it, which is fantastic because he was really obsessed with that stick a moment ago. So being able to recall off of it was really great, and I liked it a lot.
Oh, Kaiser. So cute. Come on, Kaiser. Good boy. Oh, good.
We walked down the street a little bit. There's this little pond here. And he does kind of get stuck a little bit, but I just kind of use like kissy noises, and I have cheese, and that seems to really help. He's a little bit too nervous to take his kibble, so I had to use something a little bit more interesting, which he liked a lot. Kaiser! Yay! He really likes the string cheese. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, go. Go play. Good boy. And I just kind of call him over once in a while. If he comes over on his own like that, then I reward. Okay, go play. Yeah, basically anytime he gives me attention, I reward it and just let him, yay, sniff and do his own thing. Good boy. Okay, go play. But he's doing great. I'm sorry I'm not gonna have like the same type of video he had last time, but it's really hard to film and walk and train good boy all at the same time. So but we're doing a lot of walking today. Good boy. And rewarding attention, like focus on me. Can you take a bite? Which is the basics of like engagement, and it's where you get all of the fancy training later on is this good base stuff, and you get a dog who listens nicely and walks nicely, and come on, let's go. Good boy. You see, he kind of pauses for a little bit. Yeah. And anytime I can get him to unpause, kind of unstuck himself, then we keep walking. Let's go. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna go train him. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, get it. Okay, in this clip here, I'm just getting Kaiser used to dropping on command and also working for a toy reward instead of a food reward. He does have quite a good toy drive, so you will be able to do that. I do think that food does outweigh toy, but he, as you can see, will obviously work for it. He's just not really used to it. But I ask him to sit and then say yes and give him the toy reward, and he gets to play. But mostly this was working on drop, which is a pretty big command for puppies to have. And you'll see I actually had to restart this clip because I was using his kibble and he just wasn't interested in dropping for a kibble. So we went and got, I think, pepperoni, and he was really into that. So I'm going to kind of cut this clip a little bit short. It's much longer, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted with drops, so we went to a higher value treat. And we got it, and then he was not interested in the toy anymore. We played for a while, so I think he was getting tired. So I'll show you that clip second, and yeah, that's basically what we're doing here, just kind of working on drop and working for toy instead of food.
Nice job! Get it! Nice job, Kaiser! Woohoo! You are nutso, huh? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Drop. Yeah, good boy, get it! What a good puppy! What a good puppy! Oh my gosh, you are so good. Hurr. Hurr. Oh, you win, you got it. Ready? Oh yeah, you are ready. You are ready. Drop. Good, that's it. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Yeah, get it. Good boy, Kaiser. Get it. That's a good boy. Get that toy. Get that toy. That's a good puppy. That is so good.
So again, here you can see with a higher value treat, I let him have the toy, and then I cue him to drop it while I show him a piece of pepperoni, and he spits it out right away. So again, if you're not getting the results you want, try a high value reward. He's not super crazy about his food. I did suggest to Jay maybe switching out his food, putting him on kind of a rotating schedule. That's what I do with Nora when she gets kind of tired of one thing. But yeah, he did much better with a higher value treat. He did kind of lose interest in the toy a little bit, as you can see, but much better. Really did much better than with he was getting with the kibble.
Good. Kaiser. Are you done now? What, is the pepperoni more fun than the toy? Ooh. Kaiser, get it, get it, get it, get it. Okay, you're done, huh? That's fine. On the floor. Good so cute. Kaiser! Touch! Yes. Gently. Thank you. Touch! Yes. Good, Kaiser. Touch! Yes. Good boy, Kaiser. Good boy. Ready? Touch! Nice. Good boy. Okay. Sit. Good. Stay. Yes. Stay. Sit. Stay. Yes. Sit. Stay. Yes. Good boy. Good job, Kaiser. Sit. Stay. Sit. Stay. Yes. Good, Kaiser. What a good boy. Sit. Down. Stay. Yes. Good, Kaiser. Sit. Down. Stay. Oh, sit. Sit. Down. Good boy. Sit. Down. Good. Stay. Stay. Yes, that's better. Good boy. Nice job. Wow, what a smarty boy.
And more play here, just because I like to break up the training with play and keep it fun and engaging. But again, we went back to that same thing of play and then recall off of play. You can see I recall Nora off right there. And then Kaiser comes along naturally, and it's just great to have another dog to teach that. It's so much more difficult when it's just one that knows what it's doing. So to get both of them actually like listening and paying attention is great. And then I release them to go play again. So yeah, just kind of like a stress break in between training.
Ready? Get. 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 You're supposed to get this part, dummy. That part. Yeah, that's the part you're supposed to get. Get that part. Yeah, that's right. Get that part. That's it. You did it. Yay. Oh, now you gotta keep it away. Now you go play keep away. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Nora, leave it. Kaiser, drop. 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 That's it! Yay! Ready? This part. Yeah, that's the part you want. That's the part. Not the pole. Get it. Oh, Nora's gonna get it this time. Here's Nora's. And then you're just gonna try to get the pole. Right. Because you're a German Shepherd. Hey. Hey. Nora, drop. Good. And Nora. Holy.
This is just some fun. This toy is called a flirt pole. I just use it really to tire Nora out and to tire Kaiser out here. This is the last thing we did really before Kaiser went home. But yeah, just some fun to tire him out. We worked on drop a little bit, and when he got too tired, a little bit riled up, we stopped right there when he was biting on the pole. But yeah, just some fun.
All right.